It's the Mike Francesa Podcast on the BetRivers Network.
Hello again, everybody. After a wild, we say it every time the Knicks play, game at the Garden, the Mike Francesa Podcast on the BetRivers Network, brought to you by Casamigos Tequila. Casamigos Tequila is brought to you by those who drink it. Hey, the Knicks now lead this series 2-0, and they can win this series if they can finish it with 5 healthy bodies, which right now is up for grabs. Because, hey, what can you say about this game? It did not look good at halftime with the Pacers having scored 73 points in the first half, having a 10-point lead. You didn't know if Brunson was going to play the second half. He comes out in the second half. Dante ignited them in the second half, as he can do. He is an incredible streak shooter. He has a lot of confidence for a guy who can be hot and cold. He got it going, then Brunson got it going. Unfortunately, the injury to OG, who had such a sensational game offensively with 28 points, and that injury does not look good. I don't have a good feeling about him for Game 3, but let's let the doctors tell us that. Remember, Game 3 is now less than 48 hours away. So the only game that has more than a day in between is Game 5 to Game 6. Otherwise, it's one day in between. So Friday night in Indianapolis, and you know they're not going to be a happy bunch. Carlisle got thrown out of the game. Yeah, listen, any veteran coach at the end of a game, with the game still within reach, about a minute and a half left or a minute 40 left, down 6, and they call a double dribble and then take it away. You know what? I'm going to get thrown out of the game too. That's all there is to it. I mean, he had enough after what happened in Game 1. That's, again, he's just setting up. He was like, I'm just setting up for Game 3 so I can get some calls. That's the move you make there. Get them annoyed, get some calls, get the whistle blowing Indiana's way. And the Knicks, if they get a game on the road where the whistle blows against them early, they're not going to have enough bodies to finish the game. That's all there is to it. They already are down to 7. Burks played 1 minute. He came in the second quarter, took one shot, didn't play again. He had to play Achua the rest of the way after OG went out. I can tell you right now, odds are against OG playing Game 3. I don't know that yet, but I got a feeling that is not an insignificant injury. Brunson, who knows what kind of shape he's going to be in after this swells, and I don't even know exactly what the injury is yet, sprained foot. I'm not sure what it is. They'll tell us for sure by tomorrow or tonight what the injury is exactly. He had a terrific second half. They don't take the ball out of his hands enough. They're a bad defensive team, that's why. He scored 24 points in the second half. They got a great performance from Dante with 28 points. Great game from OG. A typical game from Hart, going 48 minutes and giving you his Iron Man stuff. 19 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, what else is new? Great game from Hartenstein. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, the guy is a beautiful passer. He makes the floater in the lane. I mean, he's making so much. You can hear the cash register just ka-chinging every time he scores. Every time he makes a play, every time he gets an offensive rebound, every time he makes a great pass, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. The price is going up. He is going to be hard to keep because he's going to get a very good contract. And again, they were buried on the bench. 46. Obi Toppin killed him with 20. McConnell killed him with 10 points and 12 assists. And you're going to see more of him in the series. Not less, more, because he bothers Brunson. You heard Brunson has talked about him in the past, about how tough a player he is to play against and how much great respect he has for him. He said it again tonight at the end of the game. I have a world of respect for him as a player. Why wouldn't you? Brunson came up the way McConnell came up. They had the same kind of background. Let's go. Now he's Brunson. McConnell has earned more minutes. Not that Halliburton didn't have a game tonight. He had 34 points and 9 assists. Okay, no one's knocking what he did tonight. 34 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Turner had a nightmare. Siakam didn't have a good game. Nesmith didn't have a good game. They got the Knicks to the line too much in the second half. They also can't make a free throw. Siakam cannot make a free throw. They went 0 for 5 in the fourth quarter from the foul line. You cannot do that in clutch spots. Cannot go 0 for 5 in the second half or in the fourth quarter from the foul line. And the Knicks, with the Villanova 3, and with Hartenstein, and with OG when he was in there, and then getting a good performance from Achua, who gave them meaningful minutes. Listen, he can't do a lot of things, but he does what he can do. 8 points and 5 rebounds. Good performance. Great hustle from the Knicks. Great clutch baskets from the Knicks. Great emotion in the Garden. And the Knicks come back with a big second half and hold off the Pacers, putting up 36 points in the third quarter and a 36-18 quarter, and then outlasting them in the fourth quarter, 31-30 for the 9-point win. And now they're up 2 games. But they already have only 7 players. They don't have 2 parts of their bench. Robinson's out now for good. Bogdanovich is out for good. I do not think OG is going to play. But I don't know anything yet, but I think the news is not going to be good. I'll be surprised if he plays Game 3. I'll be surprised. And I don't know about Brunson yet. We'll wait and see. They got a lot of injuries. They have no depth, and they're going to run into a buzzsaw in Game 3, I would think. If they don't, I'll be shocked. Watch for McConnell to play a lot more. Watch for them to be very aggressive. And listen, they're going to play their guys a lot of minutes. They're going to try and wear the Knicks down. It's going to be easier for them to do at home. They're going to get a whistle at home. They're going to get the pace more. They're liking the entire game at home. And Game 3 is going to be a hailstorm for the Knicks in the first half. We'll see if they can withstand that, especially as banged up as they are right now. But what you want to do is just relish this game tonight, because this was a second half that tells you everything that these Knicks are. Tough, cohesive. They never quit. They battle and they grind and they fight and they bite and they claw. And led by Brunson scoring and the other Villanova too, who just are fearless. And then throw OG in, and you know what? It's amazing what this team has done. Up 2 games now, in 2 games that they trailed at big points. You know, you don't have Brunson from the 3-minute mark of the first quarter all the way through to halftime. You're wondering if he's going to play at all. You're down 10 points. You gave up 76 points in the first half. Halliburton killed you. McConnell killed you. Obi Toppin killed you. And the Pacers didn't do a good job in the fourth quarter again. The Knicks seemed to get every loose ball and get every bounce in the fourth quarter. And they wind up with another big, big victory and find themselves in very, very good position as they get ready, okay? Find themselves really in a very, very good place this evening. I mean, the Knicks fans have to be ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic this evening. I mean, you know, listen, how much more can you expect out of a group which just gets hit with another injury after another injury, is down to 7 healthy bodies and then down to 6 healthy bodies, and is able to have 5.5 counting their big star, and they're able to find a way to win the game with a big second half. So kudos to every one of them on a gutty, tremendous performance tonight at home. And hey, is there life left in this series? Yes. Is Indiana going to try and come back hard? Yes. Are the Knicks hurting? Yes. Do we know whether we're going to have OG, the Knicks are going to have OG or not the rest of the series? Who knows? I'm doubtful for him for Game 3. I don't know. He could be gone for the series for all we know. We don't know what he did to that hamstring tonight. If he pulled it, he's gone. Then what? I mean, there comes a point where you just can't answer the bell. And now you're dealing with who knows. We first all thought that Brunson got hit where you don't want to get hit. That wasn't true. Then you thought maybe he got hit and got a thigh contusion, maybe got a knee in the thigh. And that wasn't true. And then you're hearing that it was a sprained foot. Who knows? Who knows? It definitely seemed to be something with his foot, but he was able to go out there and get 24 points in the second half. So he finds a way to get it done. And so do his Villanova mates, who are just tireless and go out there and give you every minute of every day and just continue to do just an incredible job. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, what can you say? You know, mind going back to his Villanova days, and I thought he really ignited it. I thought he had to come out in the third quarter. You know, he had 3 points with a couple of minutes left in the first half, and I said, Dante's going to have to get going here, and he's going to have to be the guy in the second half. Now, I didn't know if Brunson was going to come back at that point. I'm thinking he's not going to come back. And I'm figuring, hey, it's a long shot, but let Dante come out and throw and, you know, just throw up everything he can throw up. And we've seen him get red hot in games and get streaky, crazy hot. Let's see what happens. He wound up getting a couple of baskets to get to 8 points to half. And then he comes out and boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, he's on fire in the third quarter. And the rest, as they say, is history. He had a 20-point second half. Wound up with 28 points, all-around game from Hart, and 39 minutes from Hartenstein. Iron Man 48 again from Hart, 43 from Dante, only 27 for OG because, hey, he got hurt. And Brunson gave you 32 minutes overall. He missed that one part of the game where he didn't play for 16 straight minutes. And other than that, he went the rest of the way. He went the whole second half. And put up 24 points in the second half. What else can you ask for? Wound up with 29 points for the game. So a tremendous gutty Knick win. And it's no wonder that this fan base has just completely fallen in love with this team, because how could you not? What could you possibly ask for from a team that this team doesn't give you? They give you as much effort as they possibly can. They overachieve at position after position. They are cohesive. They are clutch. They do it in the fourth quarter. They're never out of a game. What else would you possibly want in a team? And now they are halfway to a conference final matchup against, shall I say, the Celtics, who should have very little trouble in their series. Now, we don't know about OG. We don't even yet know about Brunson's status for Game 3. I'm going to figure he's going to play, but who knows? Who knows what he's like tomorrow? You know, is he okay tomorrow? Is it worse tomorrow? Does it swell up this evening? Is it a big problem tomorrow? Who knows? We have to wait and find out about this status, and we don't already have Bogdanovich and Robinson. So you're already down. He didn't really go to Bergstein on a rotation. He went to McBride for some minutes. In this series, they're going to get outscored badly every game. Because, you know what? Carlisle's not going to... He's got a team that led the league in bench scoring to begin with. He's not going to... He's going to go 9 deep. He's going to have everybody play serious minutes. The ninth man on the team played 14 minutes. Nobody played 40 minutes. Matter of fact, only one guy played 36 minutes, and that was Siakam. Halliburton played 34 minutes and scored 34 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists in those 34 minutes. Very productive game, 7-11 from 3. Highly productive first half. Wasn't as big in the second half. And they need to play McDonald because he bothers Brunson, and they need to play McDonald in the fourth quarter. They can play him with Halliburton. They don't have to, because Halliburton's ability to score and his ability to pass, you can play Halliburton off the ball a little bit and let McConnell play the pure point. Let Halliburton play off the ball a little bit where he can still move the ball for quick passes to good guys in good spots, open threes, inside baskets, play pick and roll, and he can score on the perimeter, where tonight he shot 7 of 11 from 3 and 11 of 19 in the game and scoring 34 points. He had a highly productive game this evening after having a no-show game in Game 1, blaming himself for what happened. Siakam's got to be better. He's got to be better from the floor. He's got to be better from the foul line. There's no question about that. Turner's got to be better. He was good in game 1. He was terrible in game 2. Took ill-advised shots. Didn't make a 3. 3-11 from the floor. Did not do his job. And the Knicks guys who played did their job and did it unbelievably well. A brilliant first half from OG. A brilliant second half from Brunson. A brilliant second half from Dante. Another 48-minute all-Hart game from Hart. Another game from Big Hart, as in Hartenstein. And you know what? An amazing, amazing performance for the Knicks tonight as they go up 2-0. And now you're just going to hope. Now, you're not going to give up game 3. No one's trying to think about giving up game 3, but there comes a point where you're going to have to measure where they are physically, where Brunson is in game 3, where OJ is in game 3. Game 4, Sunday. Knicks only need 1 there. They don't need 2 there. I'm not for giving up a game and then trying to win game 4. I'm not for that at all. I don't believe in that. But there could come a point where he needs to get guys some rest. Either call off the dogs early in game 3 or sit some guys in game 3 hoping you can get them back for game 4 or at worst game 5, depending on what the injuries are. Where Brunson is, where OG is especially, I do not think he's in good shape here. I think that injury might be significant. We'll maybe hear more tonight, hear more tomorrow. But what a tremendous from the Knicks tonight in the second half. And we have seen that how many times from this team this year. Kudos. And that's why they are giving you a very, very special spring. And if you're a Knicks and Ranger fan right now, if you're a Gardenite right now, you are pinching yourself. 2-0 Rangers as they hit the road. 2-0 Knicks as they hit the road. Big, big things lie ahead. I know you try not to get those visions in your head yet, but it's hard to keep them out when you're already 2 games up. With the Knicks, it's a little easier because it's a cautionary tale right now with the injuries and the short roster that you're looking at and the short rotation that you're looking at right now. You know, they keep asking me to do these same-game parlays. We hit it tonight. I think it paid $5.75 or 6-1. It was Dante over 17.5 points. OG over 1.5 threes. He did that early in the game as he had a big, big scoring first half. And for him, an incredibly explosive first half, and actually made 4 of 7 from 3, which is a bonanza for him. And 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Hart, who wound up with 41 in that department. So a 6-1 or 5.75-1 same game parlay tonight. Hope you put that in the bank. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Francesa Podcast on the BetRivers Network.